Hi, I'm Kiely, president of the Ad Club, and welcome back again to the Big Orange Couch. Today we're sitting on the Big Orange Couch with Daren Bascome, who is the managing director at Proverb. Daren is truly a man who stands out when it comes to branding and marketing and design. And I'm not saying that because Daren is 6'5", although it's true he is. I'm saying that because of the amazing work he does. Daren, welcome to the Big Orange Couch.
Well, thank you, Kathy.
You had the opportunity to address the board, which was really fun yesterday. It was 25, 30 board members. And you had some really insightful things to say. So I want to just go back and cover some of those things. First off, one of the things you talked about is the name of the company Proverb and why you named the company Proverb and how it's become absolutely intrinsic to the work that you do.
Sure. So, so we call ourselves Proverb, and it really comes out of this idea of, well, what that word embodies. A proverb is a truth made simple, told with style and purpose, and designed to connect. In many cases across cultures or across levels of experience. So for us, it's our mantra, but it also informs our practice in terms of how we go about servicing clients.
Sure.
We've come to believe that if you can really get to the core of things, or get to the essence, you can build a better insight. And from there, that really kind of informs anything that we do from there, whether that's developing a brand platform or a campaign or product.
The company itself, Proverb, is hard to define. Someone on the board said, "Oh, what kind of a company is it?" And what I love about Proverb is you don't get fit in a pigeonhole. You can't pigeonhole a company.
Right.
In fact, you've done everything from hotel design that you can talk about to work with Pepsi. You're doing international work. You're doing local work. And you've become famous for a cup that you've designed. So you really are quite a mix of things. Talk about how you manage that.
So in terms of the approach and this ability to be able to execute across various touch points, that's really informed in part by our personal interest and a real core belief that consumers don't experience brands in segmented ways. There's a seamlessness between what it means to walk down the street with an iPod and when it stops working, your expectation of what it means to go inside of one of their stores. We've brought that same type of an approach in terms of developing a real dexterity and really looking at, well, what does the client need?
Yeah.
So one of the things that we often talk about is this idea that design and empathy in some ways are almost the same thing. And so if you can get inside of the need of a consumer or you can get inside of the need of a decision maker, you can, from there, you really figure out, well, what is it that they need to win? And then you figure out how to supply it.
Sure.
I've always worked in multidisciplinary environments. And prior to starting the company, one of the areas that has really sort of informed what we do is, the space of museum design, where it's really based on a certain set of learning objectives. And then how do you wrap a story around it? And then how do you organize or deploy architects and writers and filmmakers into something that really is immersive?
Now, talk to me a little bit about this cup that you've designed. There's a big buzz around this, and talk to me about how you got into it, why you got into it, and then what's the future for this cup?
Sure. So I'm part of the design team, and I'm a co-founder in Complete, a company that's developed a new environmentally friendly one-piece paper cup. I actually partnered with the inventor, Peter Herman, and so it was his idea, and we developed it over a couple of years.
So you've eliminated plastic from this.
Right, which is an incredibly big deal.
Yeah.
If you look at just the numbers alone, there are 300 billion paper cups used worldwide every year. A company like Starbucks alone uses about 4 billion.
Wow.
And so, when we look at the efficiency and advantages of something like this, it's a single stream of manufacturing. You're not using a non-renewable resource. It's quicker to fulfill.
Yep.
But we've also introduced an entirely new messaging surface that doesn't exist right now. So an average consumer has a cup of coffee for about 16 minutes. Every time they take a swig, you could be building a relationship with them.
So you're also, obviously you're highly visible here in Boston and a lot of work locally, but you've also been doing an awful lot internationally. Talk a little bit about that.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's been a really exciting 24 months. We've gotten exposed to opportunities in Senegal. We recently developed an exhibit as a part of a festival over there. We're currently engaged in a $40 million capital campaign to raise funds for the hospital in Bermuda. And also, we've been doing some work with the UNAIDS initiative out of their Geneva office, but campaigns that are getting deployed in places like North Africa and Fiji.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us on the Big Orange Couch today. And I have a gift for you, which only people who sit on the Big Orange Couch ever get. So you will be in small company. And this says, I sat on the Big Orange Couch.
Wow,
Hopefully
well,
this will
you.
pass muster with your design team.
Yes.
But thank you so much, Daren. This was a lot of fun.
Great stuff. Thank you so much,
You
Kathy.
do
This was
terrific
fantastic.
work. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you once again for joining us on the Big Orange Couch.